What is up, YouTube? It's me, HPJ here. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Sunday, May 3rd of 2026, and welcome to the first day of May. The first session of May. The session, of course, is the Backstreet Boys song. It's gonna be me, or it's gonna be May, yeah, because millennials. But welcome to my live stream session, which I hope you guys are enjoying. I don't feel too well. I don't know if it's nerves or anxiety. I was feeling fine yesterday, but then, like, late last night, earlier today, I just started feeling weird. So, um, hopefully I feel okay. Um, it's always like one thing or another, with your boy. So, hopefully I'm doing okay, but if not, I can always go to a doctor or something. It's not far. It's just gonna be time consuming. Um, but yeah, no, a lot has happened today, which is why I was hesitant on creating um doing today's live. I was actually supposed to do it yesterday. Doing the setups for today's test. No, today's live. Today's um. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So I was going to do um today's podcast, and I was supposed to do it yesterday, but then I just wanted to get out the house. So I ended up not doing it yesterday. I ended up doing it today. And it's just basically stuff that I end up myself doing. So it is definitely a lot going on, which I don't mind talking about. It's definitely a lot going on, because earlier today, Chilled Chaos dropped his video basically stating that he's going to be leaving content creating. I guess this is something he's been thinking about for a long period of time, which is understandable. Chilled and me are only just a couple of months apart. Chilled's going to be 35 by the end of this month. I'm going to be 35 in August. And Chilled basically, it's like a 13-minute video. You can check it out on Chilled's channel, where he explains just basically everything that he's going through. I'm not going to paraphrase or anything. If you want to hear more about what's going on, you can go to Chilled's channel, because the video is uploaded on both of his channels. He has two channels actually on YouTube, so you can definitely go check those out and hear why he's deciding to make his leave from content creating, which is perfectly understandable. He wants to venture out and do other things, which is perfectly fine. And I think so more of what I think Chilled is really going through is something I've gone through as well. Sometimes content creating gets to that point where it's not fun anymore, or it gets to the point where you don't feel like you've really accomplished so much, and that you want to do more without having the ball and chains attached to you, rather. And I get that. I've been in that situation countless of times, so I understand exactly what he's talking about when it comes to this. So it's definitely something that I've opened up. I've been very vocal about too. Is that, as content creators, it's not easy for us to want to move in a direction in which we don't know what the next thing could be. And I know just off of my own standings, it's not been easy, in that same sense, because it's never easy being a content creator when you're 100% focused on it. So he has ideas, and I perfectly agree. The ideas are awesome ideas, creating a 24-hour channel where he still makes revenue off of his content. Because he's still going to make revenue off his content. He just wants the content to constantly flow so that he doesn't have to constantly be there. He says it's a whole month, actually, before He goes, because his last stream is going to be his birthday stream where he does 3 hours. Well, he's going to do 3 days instead of 2 days to celebrate his birthday this year. It's going to be sad too because it's going to be his last stream. So a lot of people are kind of just now waking up to it, seeing it. Some people said they've already known because I was in Tom Fox's live stream earlier today, and he said, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I know everyone's talking about it. Chill Chaos is, stop content creating. He said, I've always done Chill for years. I kind of knew things behind the scenes because I talked to Chill. Chill and Tom have been friends for years, over a decade or so, as I'm now learning. And he basically said, I'm always here for Chill if he ever needs me. Chill is always welcome to join us for anything, and he understands where Chill is coming from. They've had that heart-to-heart conversation already. So, Tom was like, I at least want to open up because I know people want me to respond to it. He said it's a lot that's going on, and that he's happy for Chill, and he'll be here for Chill whatever decision Chill makes. Another I was watching was Cheesy. Cheesy was also talking about it because Cheesy was watching it in real time with his chat, and you can tell when there's so much emotion in it because you can just tell from Cheesy's reaction to it. He was like, because he said it himself. He said Chilled has always been a mentor to him on how to do this because Chilled has been making content since 2016. No, 2006. I'm sorry, not 2016. 2006. So it's been almost 20 years since Chilled has done content creating, which I never knew because I'll be very honest with you. My lapse of content creating is completely different than what everyone else's is. Even though at the end of the day, it's technically still, us getting uploads and stuff onto social media. But Chill was starting when I literally was in high school, didn't know what content creating was, and how much of an impact it would be over 2 decades later. So imagine someone who's been in this game for 20 years and they're like, yeah, I enjoyed it as much as I could. All right, I'm out. And then most people were like, wait, some of us just got here. It's like, it is so much you have to watch and really understand about Chilled. And understanding and respecting his decision. Because Chill didn't do like a lot of other content creators. It's like, fuck it, I'm out, bye, and then leave. And then not creating more content. Like, he's like, at least, how he's going about it is probably one of the ways I think a lot of content creators would most likely go about it. I think it's honestly an awesome way of doing it. Create a 24-hour channel and then have people just watch your content like crazy, which is awesome. Also to the fact that I'm really gonna miss Chilled. Getting notifications like, hey, Chill Chaos is streaming right now, or I'm on my way home and I get a notification about Chilled getting ready to stream, or Chilled's on the stream, and all of that. So it's definitely going to be a lot for me personally, because Chilled has been one of my favorite content creators over the last 5 years. And that's simply because I met Chilled. I started watching Chilled streams through Tom and Chilled being friends, because I've been watching Tom for over maybe a couple of good years now. This is before the pandemic, because Tom is friends with Proton John. Proton John Claire is friends with Emil. So Emil was how I got into a wave of a lot of content creators. So shout out to Chuck Conroy. And then from Emil, I got to know Tim, the Prince Capri Sun, Josh Judson, Stephen George, Mal Mix, Masanella, Tom Fox, Family Jewels, Toxic Eternity. I don't know if she streams, but Adriana and because of Emil, I got a lot more into cover artists because of how many people he knew. Even I remember back a couple of years ago when they were doing the 10th anniversary of the Runaway Guys, because I can't believe the Runaway Guys are 10 years old. Emil was nervous to meet Adriana because he was like, she's one of my favorite artists, and I was very, nervous of meeting her. And I was like, oh. And it was just because, like, they're still people too. Like, content creators are still human. They're still people. So it really was a beautiful thing to see how in touch he was and how open he was about it. And then it's just like all these people talking about their memories and everything. How, I was really nervous to meet you, and I was really nervous to meet such and such, and I didn't think, we'd be friends, and now here we are, friends, years later. So it definitely is a big shocker to a lot of people, that all of this is happening, because I will agree, I did not expect Chill to want to, stop content creating, but I respect it on many levels, because I love content creating, but I know and have, experienced challenges just as much as any other content creator has. Their rises, our rises, our falls, our upside downs. It's very much an emotional roller coaster. I'm sure many people have already talked about it. They known Chill or have been in streams with Chill and have known Chill for a long time. So it's very understandable. I know by the end of this week, I know there's going to be some streams with some dry eyes. I mean, without dry eyes. I know when Chill streams Monday, because I think there's a group meetup for Monday, it's going to be very emotional. I think it's going to be emotional even on Chill's birthday, where everyone, because Cheesy said he's not streaming on Chill's birthday, he's going to be watching. Jeremy, I think, is going to probably stream, because he has a streaming schedule now that he talked about yesterday. Excuse me. So he doesn't know particularly if he's going to stream, but I'm sure he's going to probably be like, hey, let's hop over to Chill. Let's give Chill her happy birthday. And, I'm sure he's going to eventually talk about it. If not, him and Kat. Because I know Kat probably wants to talk about it too. And you see, I'm naming all these people because if it wasn't for Emil introducing me to Tom, I would have known all these other people. Actually, I want to say, it wasn't for Emil introducing me to Jules, who introduced me to Tom, who then introduced me to all these other people. Actually, it should be Emil to John, to Jules, to Tom, if I'm correct on how this is. Because, in Missy. Because Missy and John, I kind of already had followed for years. I actually still follow Missy. Missy does stream, but she, like she said, she streams on her own merit. She streams when she wants to stream. And she's still living her best life, which congratulations to you, Missy, for living your best life, and I hope things are well. I think the last time I popped into a Missy and Nella's stream, she was playing Pokemon. I think she was playing Pokopia, because everyone's been playing Pokopia. I have an interest in playing Pokopia, but I'm not going to play Pokopia right now because I have a major interest in Tamagotchi Life. And because I never got the chance to play it on the 3DS, I want to play it on the Switch too. I did download the demo. I had a bunch of fun. I made 2 of my friends. Tana B Token and Yo It's Nando are on my island. I can still interact with my island, but it said I have to buy the actual game. So, around the 15th, I'll be buying Tamagotchi Life. So I can play Tamagotchi Life. Because I definitely have been enjoying it. I'm enjoying watching people live stream it. Because before I started recording this, Matt, it's Matt. He's been streaming Tamagotchi Life. Terrorizer, Pasta Ravioli, Nogla said he had an interest in it, but he's been so focused on playing Pokemon and hanging out with his brothers. on stream, because him and his brothers have been opening Pokemon packs. I just watched the stream earlier this morning. Nogla and I think it's his brother. Nogla has like 5 siblings, and he's like one of triplets. So I don't know if that was Brogla with him or it was one of his other friends or his other brother, but they were all streaming Pokemon packs. And he pulled a God pack. He pulled all hollows in the pack. All hollows, full rare. I forget exactly what he got, but the pictures of it are on his YouTube channel. So you can see it because he was streaming it. And he was like, shit, no one else is up because I went to share the love before I left. But he was like, everybody sleeps. So he just ended the stream. But he said next time he streams, hopefully, like, somebody's up so he can stream. But Nogla is probably one of those people you never expect someone like me to follow. But Nogla is a really cool dude. Like, if you actually, like, listen to Nogla and listen to Nogla streams, Nogla's a really chill dude. Nogla's a really cool dude. Like, if any of the Vanoss crew ever sees my videos, I just want the Vanoss crew to know that after the last couple of years of watching you guys, I really do respect you guys, and you guys are really awesome. Evan, Marcel, Brian, Nogla, Pasta, M. I'm shocked she's not become a member of the Vanoss crew. Wildcat, Moo, Louie, Terrorizer. No, I think Terrorizer is Brian. Oh, there's like multiple people. Because that's how big they are. Evan, because Evan is Vanoss, by the way. I'm shocked that most people say I didn't mention Vanoss first. It's because I didn't know there was really a Vanoss crew. Because I had only really just been keeping in touch with Nogla. Pasta I know because Pasta was streaming with Chill. And then M, by association, she was also streaming with Chill. And then that's how I ended up following M and Pasta, was because they were hanging out with Chill. Pasta is hilarious. M is a sweetheart. So it's a lot of people I follow, actually. There's a lot of people. And recently I've been following a lot more VTubers too. In that sense, because VTubers are just hilarious. You guys are awesome in creating just a warm and not cozy environment for people to come and relax. Zendrea, Ari, Heavenly, Froggy, Lord Froggy, Papa Mike, Rhino, Mischievous. There's a lot of VTubers I follow. There's a lot of just regular people I follow, like Nags, Matt, Ray. Which is so funny though, because Matt and Ray, despite them being surrounded by Chibi and her madness, still go into these VTuber meetups and are just legit welcome with not only open arms, but welcome them with open arms. They just have a great time. You know, and some of them, like, you know, for Nags and Ray, it's weird just to be in a stream where it's like VTubers and they just blare out the most randomest things and they're just like, now we're kind of used to it. It's like Chibi just softens them. It's like Chibi is a sweetheart too. She was amazing. I'm probably going to spend this entire podcast just talking about all my favorite content creators and how much I adore them. Because if that is the case, then I need to talk about probably the first content creator that I've ever watched. And probably a lot of you probably don't even know who this person is. The first content creators I've watched, I have 5. The first 5 that I watched. Emil is one of them. The other 4 are the Great Clement J426. I hope I have Clement's lineup correctly for his YouTube name. And then it's Clement, some call me Johnny, Chugga Conroy, Zeppelin G 9093. I still watch Zeppelin G 9093's content, by the way. And then the other one I don't follow because they said a slur, so I don't follow them anymore. But the other content creator I followed was a content creator who was uploading Sailor Moon clips. I don't know or believe if they still have their content channel up, because I haven't posted anything for Sailor Moon Crystal because of copyrights. But there was another content creator I followed them, And then, I think at that point I started following Johnny after I watched Clement, because Clement, how I got into watching Clement was because I was looking for help with Sonic games. That's how I ended up watching the great Clement. Clement was playing the Sonic Advance series at this point. I was like, oh great, yay, someone's playing the Advance series. And I was really stuck on like Sonic Advance 2, because for the longest, outside of like weird glitches that my game did, I couldn't properly get Amy or the last Chaos Emerald in Egg Utopia. So Clement went through, got to Egg Utopia and everything, and I got to see how to get the last Chaos Emerald, which is great. Finally got it, unlocked Amy, unlocked the sound test, and then I did Sonic's portion, because he was getting ready to fight the final boss as well. And that final boss is tricky. It's probably one of the most difficult final bosses I've ever battled, but probably one of the most enjoyable final bosses I've ever played, because Sonic Advance 2 is probably one of those Sonic games that I will love to death, but I will never 100% complete, because trying to 100% complete Sonic Advance 2 is a fucking nightmare. As much as I love that game, and it's probably one of my top 10 favorite Sonic games of all time, it's probably still one of the most difficult to 100% complete because of how it's structured. Also, thanks Dimps for making almost every goddamn level in that game have a bottomless pit after you get to like... No, as far as you get to Hot Crater, because Hot Crater has a bottomless pit that is no need to be there. But the pits really start coming once you get to like Ice Paradise, Sky Canyon, and stuff like that. But now I have a craving to want to play Sonic Advance 2. I hate it here. Anyway, so yeah, I got to watch Clement. I got to watch Johnny, from by extension of Johnny, being in that episode of Sonic Unleashed, where Clement was like, look, I'm inviting all my friends to come deal with Sonic Unleashed. Because Sonic Unleashed, he wasn't just playing the PS2 version. No. He was playing the PS2 version and the PS3 version, which is technically what I've now called Unleashed, which is because the Wii had Sonic Unleashed as well. I didn't know this because my mom bought the PS2 version. So basically, thank God she didn't buy the PS2 version of Heroes. Basically what ended up happening was that there's 2 to 3 variations of Sonic Unleashed. There's Unleashed for the Wii, Unleashed for the PlayStation, and then there's Unleashed for the PlayStation 3, because PlayStation 3 was already out at that time Unleashed came out. And basically there was additional DLC that you had to get only if you played the PS3 version. It was not included in the Unleashed version, which is what you got to play on the Wii. And then the Wii version was completely different from the PlayStation version. And then we didn't get the hub world. Only the PlayStation 3 version got the hub world. So I was like, this is a whole lot for one Sonic game. And thankfully I had already not played Sonic 06 because I didn't own a PS3 or Xbox 360. And then learning that they were going to put 06 on the Wii kind of made me even enjoy more happier that they didn't, because I already know about the crash hell that is Sonic 06 in the development situation behind it. Where, half your development team has already quit because they didn't want to go through what they went through with Shadow the Hedgehog. So that kind of makes sense. Anyway, so while he was playing Unleashed, this is how I get to know who Brain Scratch is. This is how I get to know who FTCR is, because Gareth was there. I didn't know Clement knew Hellfire comms. So Tom was also there as well. So Tom from Hellfire, Brain Scratch, I think almost every member except for Ted, because I think Ted was not part of Brain Scratch at that moment. It was, or I think he was. I think it was Lewis and Ryan and Johnny. And then, was Smooth Lou there? I think Smooth Lou was there. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to say Smoothies. But I don't know if Smoothies was there. I know, Mikono's fan and Gareth were there. It's been years. It's been over a decade since I watched that Let's Play of Sonic Unleashed on Clement's channel. I just know that the episode I watched, Johnny was there. And I remember saying this out because Johnny's energy, and as kids say it these days, Johnny's vibe was the reason why I ended up being a huge fan of Some Call Me Johnny. and I've been following Johnny since 2012. 2012, whenever Clement was doing the Unleashed stuff is when I started following Someone Call Me Johnny, because I think at that same time, Johnny and Matt were playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And I remember that because I was the first time introduced to Matt in the Super Gaming Brothers. And Matt died in Angel Island as Knuckles. And Johnny's reaction to Matt dying was priceless. It's probably still one of those top 10 moments of SGB that I will always remember. Is Matt was playing Knuckles' portion of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. He was like, look, I'm gonna die. He was like, you better not die. You better climb up that wall. And Matt was like, no, I'm gonna die. He's like, you better not die in Angel Island. And Matt died in Angel Island. And Johnny was like, you died in Angel Island Zone. He said, I know. It's just like, oh man. And I've been a fan of SGB ever since. I cried when SGB broke up, and I cried when SGB got back together. SGB didn't really break up. What it was that COVID hit, and nobody wanted to take the risk of spreading COVID to each other. Spoilers, everyone in SGB for the most part got COVID. So, it was like, damn. But understandably, they did what most people would do in those situations, where they thought about it. They said, we can't meet up in person, but, let's do over the phone, let's do Discord. But then they had their own lives and stuff to do it. I think Elliot was getting married to Sabrina. Matt was moving, was leaving his home and starting his life. Johnny and Mark had already just moved in to their new place. So it was a lot going on. And then by 2021 because this was during Sonic Heroes, Johnny dropped some bombshell and said him and Mark are going their own ways. Mark is Johnny's brother. And as until a couple of years ago, I realized that Johnny is Mark's older brother. So that was a loop there. But Mark and Johnny had lived together for years. And Mark is doing fine, by the way. Mark was in one of Johnny's was in one of the SGB playthroughs. Paper Mario. He was there for like two parts for the recordings there, because I remember that live stream. Johnny was playing. I don't know which Sonic game Johnny was playing. It was Sonic or Pokemon. I remember was Johnny said, "Oh, by the way, everyone, Mark's going to be in the next SGB part of Paper Mario," and we all just lost our fucking minds in the chat. We all just lost. The minute we heard Mark's name and he was going to be in the next part, we all just lost. This is how much we love SGB. SGB fans started going fucking crazy. Like, holy shit, we're going to hear from Mark. And I remember this too, because I remember hearing in the first part where Mark was there, he was like, "Oh, by the way, guys, Mark's here." And Mark didn't say that, because what happened was Elliot was going on a trip. Elliot was going to a convention, so he wasn't going to be there for the SGB meetup. And Mark was swinging. Mark was like, "Hey, I'm free. I'll swing by. Want to see you," and all of that. So we didn't expect Mark to be in the part. Like Johnny said, he didn't expect Mark. He was like, "Mark, brother, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome." Then he handed Mark the headset. Mark put the headset on, and Mark started talking. And you should see the comment section, because the comment section goes ham. Mark is probably one of the most beloved members of SGB. And for those who don't know who Mark is, Marcos. Sorry, giving out government names. Just Mark is Johnny's brother, because Johnny has multiple siblings. The ones we know of are Mark, Elliot, not Matt, and Greg is actually Johnny's uncle. So Mark, because I haven't really, I'll be very honest with you, the early days of SGB, I have not watched. But Mark has been there sporadically. More so, I'm watching all the older SGB content with Crash Bandicoot, um, Crash Team Racing and Crash Bash is where we got, to see Mark. Mark is hilarious. Mark is an amazing human being, and Mark is just Mark is the armadillo of SGB, because Mark is there, Mark is watching. When Mark comes into the scene, he's an amazing dude, and Mark is definitely appreciated. And Mark was like, I didn't realize how many fans I had till my brother just handed me a mic and said join. So, yeah. And then Mark has been in like a couple of SGB playthroughs. There's some Resident Evils Mark has been in. There's been some Sonic stuff he's been a part of. He was a part of the Smash Brothers stuff as well. Even into Smash Ultimate. There, of course, Mario Kart, several Mario Karts, Crash Team Racing, Crash Bash. He was in the Crash Team, the Crash Night Insane Trilogy stuff. He was there for that too. And then here he is with Paper Mario. He's also been in Mario parties too. There's been a lot of drunk Mario parties. Because the only ones who were legally able to drink were Mark, Matt, and Johnny. And then with Elliot being 21, Elliot's first legal age drunk Mario party, Elliot won 2 games in a row. Plastered, by the way. Not hungover, just plastered. Holy shit, that is amazing. But yeah, Elliot won. And Mark was proud of Elliot, because he's like, damn, you beat me, but I'm proud of you, brother. So yeah, Mark, Elliot, Johnny, Matt, Sabrina, by extension, Russ, because we don't talk too much about Russ. Russ is the Ray, the flying squirrel. where Russ has an appearance, it's not big, but when Russ makes his appearance, he's there. Russ is Johnny's friend from college or high school, because Russ and Matt have known Johnny for about the same time. Russ and Johnny knew, about the same time he knew Matt. And Russ is a big fan of Nights into Dreams. That's how I got into Nights into Dreams, was because of SGB. I love the soundtrack, by the way. I think my favorite is the Mystic Forest level from Nights into Dreams. I was so happy because I had remember playing the Sonic Pinball version of the Nights boards, and I loved the Sonic Pinball game. So fun. If you haven't watched my live stream, I did a bit of a live stream of it, just so I could get to that level. It was very hard, but I got to listen to the music and stuff. I think that was right around the time I was playing Sonic Battle for my channel too. Then, Super Gaming Brothers leads into to Brain Scratch Cons, where that's Ted, Ryan, Lewis, and Johnny, which I adored watching. I have not watched a lot of their content here and there. The last thing I watched of Brain Scratch was they did Jack 2. They finally got to Jack 2. I was so happy. Johnny was there for his legal obligations, and then he handed everything back over to Ryan and Lewis and Ted. I think it was Ryan that was playing it, because the game is not long if you just play it normally. The game only gets longer if you're going for like the additional stuff, like the precursor orbs to get all the special stuff. If you want to travel around Haven just to do the other side missions, because the main missions are everything that's already on the board. The side missions are basically the small little window indicators that are around the city. That'll lead you to certain things. But watching Brain Scratch play it finally was amazing, because they made a lot of the references, of course, because at that time Jack 2 came out, Ratchet and Clank 2 came out. Actually, if you play Ratchet and Clank 2, you get to see snippets of Jack 2 and Jack 1. Ratchet sitting on a crate, or I think he's sitting somewhere. Excuse me. And he's playing the game, and Clank is watching him. And they're just having a good old time. And it was nice to see that, because for those who don't know, Insomniac and Naughty Dog worked hand in hand for years, for decades. For years, I don't know about decades, but I know for years, basically, it's a longevity of brotherhood between Insomniac and um, Naughty Dog, and it has to do with basically they were on the same plot under Sony for their PlayStation games, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and a lot of things between Crash and Spyro were shared to help the other games. I know Insomniac was not happy when the whole situation of Spyro, i.e., the same thing with Crash, were basically because they didn't own the rights to their respective games and they were cheated out of legalities. The only thing really they could own to were like some things, but not all things, of their respective games. So Insomniac decided, okay, well, we're just gonna make another IP. That's how they have Ratchet and Clank. And then they helped out Naughty Dog when they went to Jak and Daxter. I don't know too much about the Uncharted stuff. I don't know too much about The Last of Us because I don't play any of those game series. The last thing of Naughty Dog I played literally was just Jak and Daxter. More so Jak 2. No, Jak 3, because I did finish the trilogy. I don't believe they worked on the last two Jak games, although those were kind of the last two games I seen. Were the Jak X racing game, which featured Ratchet as a playable character in the game. And then after that, I think was Jak and the Last Precursor, which I only got to see I got to see the box art of it. It looked pretty meh. And then my brother was watching someone do a live stream of it, and it was pretty meh. And he told me that like it was a lot of changes between Jak 3 and that game. No, Jak X. Because Jak X, I guess, is supposed to follow right after Jak 3. And basically, it's like a whole racing game built around, hey, Cruz screwed us over, and he did more damage than we thought, and now we're all in a racing game for our lives. Which apparently does not control the same way the racing did in Jak 2 or 3. Which is like... But alright, sure. But he was like, yeah, it's... You don't have to put that much effort into it. And basically the story plot was they have to race for their lives to get the collars off of them so that they save the planet. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But Ratchet is in there as a playable character. And if you play any of the... you play Jak 3, by unlocking it, you can unlock Ratchet and Clank as skins for the shooting gallery in Jak 3. I don't know what tidbits are in Jak, from Jak are in Ratchet and Clank. As far as I know, there was a mod to be, no, the Daxter dance is there. Then there was some, the Daxter dance is there. I know, there's a mural of Jak and Daxter from Jak 2 in Clank's apartment. One of the missions is named after a mission from Jak 2 or 3. And then there was a moment where, I think it's Ratchet 3, where Clank is doing Daxter's dance as well. He's like, oh, a friend taught me that. And then there was the whole PlayStation All-Star Battle where they're rival enemies in that game, which is stupid. Because they should be more like allies than enemies. But, alright, I guess we're going to see who's tougher than who. But, I mean, it's basically like, humanoid character, and then sidekick. So, but I love both series. I have not played any of the new Ratchet games because I know they're on Steam. I would love for them to come to Switch, especially Switch 2, now that it's like superpowered and able to do shit. But Sony has Insomniac by the neck. So, yeah. But at least we did get the chance to play Spyro 2 and Crash 3, which I'm still waiting for SGB to play Spyro. They played enough Crash. I want them to play the Purple Dragon. Johnny has now played the Purple Dragon as of this year. Johnny has now played Spyro 1, 2, 3, and unfortunately Enter the Dragonfly. He did state he was going to play the handheld game, so he's going to end up eventually playing Season of Ice, Season of Flame, Attack of the Rhinox, and he's gonna play Spiral Orange. Oh, poor Johnny. I hope he's ready for that. I mean, it's no better than what Season Ice, Season Flame, and Attack the Rhinox are, because they do have 2D sections. But if you are someone who's played the Spiral games on the GBA, do you know they're nothing but overviewed isometrical games? They're not good. They're not good by most standards. They were basically just, hey, we want Spiral games for the GBA. Alright, but they're not gonna really work well. And they really didn't. I know the Legend of Spiral games weren't too bad. Because I at least played one of them, but they were beat 'em ups. And I never really... Spiral was never a beat 'em up type of character to me. He was the more adventure collectathon character, but they tried to go in a different direction. I know the last Spiral game that I did play before the Reignited trilogy was me trying out A Hero's Tale, which wasn't too bad. But I heard mixed feelings about it. They introduced a character named Blinks, which is like a mole. He wasn't too bad. He was a pretty cool dude. But outside of that, really, most people were just like, it's not a game I would tell you to pick up, or tell most conventional people who are going to play it to pick it up. Outside of that, because of Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Spyro, and Crash, that's initially how I ended up finding Zeppelin G 1993. If he ever sees this video, or he ever checks his comment section, thank you for your contributions to being a content creator, because Zeppelin G 1993, I cannot remember his original name, but I know he's British because he is from the Britain. Zeppelin was a content creator. I think he stopped around the time. Oh, he stopped way before. I wonder if he's ever played them, and I've always said this too. I don't know if I left this comment in the comment section of any of his videos, but I would definitely want to try to see if he ever answers it, because Zeppelin G 1993 it's still up. The channel is still up. All the content is still there, because I watch every so often. I do watch the Jak 2 and Jak 3 videos. I need to go watch his Ratchet and Clank stuff. I got a summer. I'll have it on. But Zeppelin was how I got more back into Ratchet and Clank and stuff, and I watched all his playthroughs. He did an amazing job of playing Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3. He stopped at Crash 3 before he ended the channel. Ended his content creation. Basically, he got a job after college. He focuses on radio engineering. He was also he was going out for like he was a cyclist. There we go. He loved riding bikes. He was preparing for a marathon, and he thanked everyone. His last video, he said, "Thank you to everyone who subscribed to me. I really do appreciate you guys being so supportive, especially through a lot of this. I don't know how he's doing. Hopefully he's doing well. I haven't really seen much of him outside of just watching stuff, because his channel is still up. He played a lot of Harry Potter, Crash, Spyro, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. He never got to Ratchet 3, which is something he said he did want to do, but I think at that point in time he had already made up his mind, but he was ready to move on into newer things. And it's sad, because I wonder, did he ever get the chance to play Crash Reignited? Did he get a chance to play Crash Insane and Crash Reignited? Did he get a chance to play Crash 4? You know, was he hurt like we were when we found out about Crash 6 and Crash 5 and Spyro 4 being canceled and all of that? So I definitely would like to know, but like I said, we haven't heard much from Zeppelin. Then from there, I've already talked about Emil, my ways into Claire / Proton John, Luca Jen, her beautiful wife or partner, who I adore. Luca Jen. I watch Luca Jen every time I get the chance to watch Luca Jen streams. Luca Jen is an amazing person. She has such a kind heart, a beautiful soul, and she is hilarious. She may not think she's hilarious, but she's hilarious. Lucky Jin introduced me to a lot of VTubers. So because of her, I got to watch Haruka, Papa Mutt, Zentraya. Has she been in the stream with Heavenly? I don't think she has. I know she's been with Ari. And because of them, I got to watch Heavenly. Heavenly is an awesome dude. Heavenly, Monstro are amazing people. Like, the VTubers are really VTubing, and they are really amazing people, and I would love to meet them one day, because they all seem like chill people and chill folks. And then FTCR, which isn't really much of FTCR anymore, because I don't know who's really there. Like, it used to be Gareth, Smoothies, Mikono's fan, Chris. Then there was Stefan, David T. Lurker. There's a lot of people in FTCR that I can't remember because, oh God, it's been so long since I watched FTCR play anything because Sonic hasn't had a game in a while. Never mind. There was Crashing. There was Sonic Racing Crossroads. They played a little bit of it. But then, there hasn't been any charity streams in a minute, too, because everybody has been living their best life. So, I know Johnny does his own thing with Extra Life. FTCR tries every now and then to get people together for the charity room. And then Chris, you mainly see him with the Golden Bolt, because they're doing the Crub stuff now. Which is how I got into J-Tart 9, the Golden Bolt. I always knew who Cassandra was, aka Trav Guy. Because I knew who she was, prior to the Crowd. I think they added, because Sandy was friends with Chris, because they're friends through Johnny. That's how they met. And then, like, the Crowd was already a thing, because Chris and Kevin, the Golden Bolt, were friends. So, and then they have friends with Justin, J-Tart 9. And then it's like, they have their own group. Everyone has a group. It's too many groups. I keep following all these groups. You guys should, like, be one homunculus clique. And then, like, it'd be easier for me to watch. But there has been crossovers. There have been people who have crossed over and joined each other in streams, which makes this so much easier. And commentaries for channels as well, because Johnny's always been welcome to join FTCR when they record stuff. I remember when they asked Johnny about the Funko Pops, because poor Elliot, they just ripped Elliot a whole new one, and it was like, goddamn. When Garrett said your brother is more... Damn it, Gareth. It was mean. It was funny. It was like, damn, Gareth, you didn't have to go there. But he did. We love you, Gareth. But damn. Poor Elliot. Elliot was joining FTCR for a Sonic in the Secret Rings thing. And God, Elliot makes these corny jokes. We love you, Elliot, with these corny jokes. Just too... they are dad jokes in the making. And he was like, this is why we didn't want you here. We tried to get Johnny. We had to settle for budget. And we was like, damn, Garrett, tell me how you really feel. Your brother is more professional. And if he wasn't busy, we'd get him. Like, damn. And then they had Johnny on literally two episodes later. And he was like, Garrett, why do you do this to Ellie? He was like, listen, I do it out of love. But now you're here. So, Johnny, we hate Funko Pops. And which, to be fair, we all people hate Funko Pops. Funko Pops is the reason why GameStop is flopping. And it was just hilarious. And it was like a picture of Johnny jumping from like one of the buildings. And if you see the thumbnails for this Secret Rings videos, for FTCR. You see the picture of Johnny jumping. Smoothies in his edits are so fucking hilarious. It's Johnny jumping out of the building Sonic would be jumping out of in one of the cut scenes. And it has like a whole bunch of things like a Funko Pop box at the bottom. It's so hilarious. I was like, wow, this is hilarious. And then that's how I got to meet Derek Bittner. Bittner Games. GVG. Formerly Mr. Game Explain. Because we listen, I only watch Game Explain for Derek. I don't know too many of those other people. Ash and John too by association. Not Some Call Me Johnny. No, this is British John, who has a baritone of a god. Who was very flattered that his friends all think he has an amazing voice, by the way. Also, John is much younger than me. Oh my goodness. God, I remember that part of, what's the Mario charity stream event? Yeah, they were playing Mario Party, Super Mario Party. This is right after the update, for the charity room. Nintendo had just launched the update for the multiplayer for Mario Party, which why was not a thing. So it was Andude, Derek, Ted, and Johnny were playing Super Mario Party. They were playing the fruit board, the board with the fruit, and like at certain points the bridges break by the blooper, and they were getting a deep conversation, and they were talking about it was something about like they had brought up Cat Icarus, amazing guy by the way. I need to watch more Caddy videos. Caddy, they were talking about Caddy, all high praises. They enjoy working with Caddy. I think Derek had just recently worked with Caddy, and he was like, man, I got to work with that Cat Icarus guy. He's such an amazing and talented young man. And they're like, I think it was Tails like, I can't believe how old Caddy is. It's like, Caddy's younger than me? And the chat was like, wait, how old is Caddy? And then somebody said, oh, Caddy's like, I think at the time Caddy was like 24. And somebody said, no, he's not 24. They're like, Caddy's 24. Oh, I remember now, because they were bringing up the sultry baritone in John Whitmore's voice. This is John from GVG, by the way. And they're like, I can't believe, and Ted was like, I can't believe he has a wife and child, and I'm over here struggling to figure out life. It's like, yeah, Teddy's not that much older than you. I mean, younger than you. He's like, no, he's not 27. And they're like, no, I think he's 26, 25. Ted was like 20. Ted had not hit his 30s yet. I think Ted was 28. And John Cartwright was only 25. Caddy is only a year younger than John, because Caddy's 24. Yeah, I know. It aged me so much, because I just turned 30. So to know that like these 20-somethings are doing so much better than me made my head just gray. And yeah. And Caddy has like 2 stepkids and a wife. And a hilarious British baritone that I wish I had. John Cartwright just had a child, had his baby, too. It's like, I don't need people to just hit me with these jabs. And we were all this in chat, just mind blown, like, oh my god, like, Caddy is really, because Johnny was the first one to say, I thought it was strange that Caddy said one of his first games was Resident Evil, and how I agreed. It's like, Jesus Christ, and you got away with playing Resident Evil at that age. Caddy plays a lot of video games. I know Caddy more so because Caddy is a huge fan of Crash Bandicoot. Caddy got all platinums in all the original Crash games, and then decided to break a brick in one of the walls of life for Crash 4. It's About Time. That game is hard for no reason, by the way. And then he ended up finishing. He got the platinums in those 2, but he said, I'm never touching that game again. Like, I haven't even finished mine, by the way. I got to like Engine and was like, yeah, you know what, this is good. it. No, I think I beat Engine. I'm like at like where they go into the Tana future universe, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. This is too much for me. Yeah, because trying to complete Crash 4 is trying to remember that you have a soul and a brain, and it does not need to go through this. So I just don't play that game. I haven't touched it. I've touched the Insane Trilogy multiple times. I did not like that. And Spyro Reignited, because I finished Spyro 2 again, and I had a ball playing Spyro 2 Reignited. Because Spyro 2 is my favorite Spyro game. Crash 3 is my favorite Crash game. Next to CTR. Which is funny though, because I finished CTR 100% before I did Crash 3 100%. Which is crazy, but I guess because I liked the karting more than I liked the just adventure platforming. But then knowing like all the levels in Crash and CTR were from the older Crash games, made me want to play the older Crash games. So when I finally got the chance to play Crash 2, I was just at awe at how amazing the game was and how much better it was than Crash 1. So, because I love Crash 1, but Crash 1 has so many issues. And then just going through Crash 1 was just like, holy shit, Crash 1, why are you like this? Who hurt you? And it was just like, early developments of early games, which is funny though, because when I played Spyro 1, it did suffer a lot of the first game tropes, I'm not gonna lie. But playing it in Fuck You Treetops was just like, playing that game for nostalgia. Also, Fuck You Treetops, because even in the Reignited trilogy, it's just like, why are you so hard? I remember live streaming that too, because I live streamed all the Insane Trilogy, all of the Reignited Trilogy. And I remember getting the Treetops and was like, do I really have to play this? And I was like, yeah, you really do have to play this because you have to 100% it. So I think I ended up going back to Crash 1. I 100% Crash 1, but I not 100%ed it off of stream. Like, I do not have a 100% full stream full thing of Crash 1 Insane version, because I hate you, Slippery Climb. Because Slippery Climb is the only one I have not finished. If I can finish Slippery Climb, I can get the red gem and I can finish the rest of the game. Because I have not finished. I have beaten it normally, but I have not beaten it 100%. Because it's the only gem I don't have. Because by extension, I don't have the other gems for the other levels. Because one of the gate levels, you need the red gem, and one of the bridge levels, you need the red gem for as well. I was like, great. But you can die and not get penalized up until you get to a colored gem stage, and then you get penalized for it, because that was smart, but alright. Now you could have just made it like the other games and just made it easier. Okay, sure. But I've seen some people modding Crash 2 recently. Videos from like years ago where people were modding Crash 1, Crash 2, and Crash 3, the original games, and were just amazed at how well they were doing. They were adding new level lineups, gimmicks, all types of stuff. It looked really fun. I've been watching those on the side. They look amazing. I follow a community where they mod Spyro 1 original trilogy on PlayStation 1 and Spyro in a Crash series original on PS1. And I've been recently following another channel, they on YouTube, from Facebook into YouTube, that mod Mario games. The Mario 64, because Mario 64 is like a gold mine to mine, and emulate and just do all the fun stuff too in the modding community. I've seen people play 8-player Mario 64, multiplayer Mario 64. People love modding Mario 64. Mario 64 is a gem. And the only reason why people hate it is because it didn't get polished like it was supposed to. And I agree. It should have been polished. It should have gotten a better blow up. And then Mario 64 DS happened. And then why did you ever do that to Mario 64? I don't know. But even playing on the 3DS, it was just like, wow. Y'all didn't really think this through. You said, let's handheld some of our older games. Like, Zelda worked out fine. Majora's Mask worked out fine. But it was just like, the 3DS could handle it. The regular DS tried its best, but it was just like, for Mario, it had a lot of issues. I love it, don't get me wrong, and I love how beautiful it looked because it had so much modern motif. It had modern scaling, the enemies were in their modern designs. You were able to play as Luigi, Mario, and Yoshi. Emil and Ella both played it, which was awesome. So I got to see two various perspectives of that game and still enjoy it to this day. I've not went back to Mario 64 for many reasons of why I'm not going back to Mario 64, but I do own it, a physical copy of it. I do own a physical copy of Mario 64 DS, as well as Mario Party DS too, because that's my favorite Mario Party. Johnny has played Mario Party DS, and there was a live stream of Blaze Henry 1, Jason. He played it. Him, Clark, and a couple other people have played it. Actually, we were in a group chat, I think a year ago, and we were all talking about our experiences with Mario Party DS, because I still own my original copy of Mario Party DS. It was a gift for my birthday. I want to say my 16th or my 17th birthday, and my parents got it for me. I still have the original cartridge. It still works, everything. I just haven't played it because I've been playing all these other games that I've been playing. But for nostalgia trips, I still have the cord for my 3DS, so I can just charge my 3DS and play it. I've been meaning to get I think this summer I want to go get a DS. A refurbished DS off of Amazon, so I can play my older games on it. I probably want the original, not the new one, because I like the original DS more than DS Lite. And a refurbished DS Lite or a refurbished Nintendo DS original, like $150 to $150. I just want to. I don't care what color I get. It can be black. It can be silver. I would prefer it to be black, but I still want it because it looks really, really cool. I did find a website that also on eBay that does it as well. They will sell refurbished console handhelds. And then I know it's going to be hard to get a 3DS because I want to get a 3DS or a 2DS and mod it. But it's going to be hard because those babies have been going up. Because people are enjoying 3DSs now because of the Switch situation. So, people are like, oh, I can just mod my 3DS. Which you can. Because Nintendo stopped giving a fuck about the 3DS. But the gamers haven't. And I really do want to play 3DS again because 3DS has an amazing library that was very much overshadowed because of the... Well, actually it wasn't overshadowed. It wasn't undershadowed. It overshadowed the Wii U, but that's because the Wii U was left out to dry. Like, the Wii U is Nintendo's redheaded stepchild because of how bad they did it. And I remember in every group, every gang of content creators that I watch have always said, Nintendo let the Wii U die. And it's sad because the Wii U literally, from what I've heard and was told, had the best virtual console, had a great lineup of games, and they literally let it die because of integrating everything into that stupid gamepad. It was the biggest mistake they ever made, was that stupid gamepad. And then people wondering why everything had to be ported to the Switch, because look how they screwed with the Wii U. It's like, yeah. Shout out to Mr. Iwata. Rest in peace, my friend. But outside of that, yeah, I have tons and tons of content creators that I watch, and they play a lot of these games that I mentioned. Or they just a lot of just hilarious commentary. Jeremy Dooley of Dooley Noted Gaming, he's played Spyro. He was actually featured in the 25th anniversary video for Spyro, where he talked about his experience with Spyro the Dragon. He played the original, and he's live streamed the Reignited version. And my goodness, he went through the games like there was no other. He said eventually he wants to play Crash. He said he wants to play Crash Bandicoot. He said he hears a lot about it. He said a lot of Spyro friends praise Crash. He wants to play the Insane version, which is the safest thing you can do. And he said he wants to give it a go, which awesome sauce. I will be there when you play it, Jeremy. Shout out to Jeremy and his beautiful wife, Kat, who is an amazing streamer herself. Because of the cat, I got introduced to a couple of people as well. Apple, she's from Britain. She's hilarious. She's adorable. She's also a voice actress, which I did not know that. She has an NBM. She's done a couple of things with I know her mainly because she streams, and she's an amazing streamer. She's such a kind heart. Cortilli, aka Mother Tilly, because she has two adorable children. Um, she just had a son. She has a daughter. She has a son. Mini Tilly loves to just Mini Tilly, and she's so adorable. They Cortilli is definitely just awesome, and definitely is now the mother of the group. Larry is hilarious. Larry Fishburger is a hilarious guy. He's such a kind-hearted dude. Larry has two kids as well. He has two daughters. Um, I'm gonna take this one from Drunk Tom. Tom told Larry during a game of faking it they were playing. He was because Tom came in after winning two games of Mario Party. He had joined in on the call, and everyone's like, "Oh, you have Tom? You can join." And they're like, "Tom, you been drinking?" He's like, "Yeah." And I also won like two games of. I just played two games of Drunk Mario Party, and I think it was Chills who said, "So Tom, who won?" He's like, "Oh, I did twice." And it's like, "No, Tom, you can join." And one of the questions for faking it was about how many butts have you wiped. And Larry said too, no one believed Larry. Larry's like, "Dudes, I have two kids. We've talked about this." And Tom was like, "Oh man, Larry, not enough people tell you this, but you're a great dad, dude." And he's like, "Oh, Tom, thank you. I tried, And it's like, it was such a heartwarming moment. It's like, "No, Josephine, you are an amazing parent. And we just want you to know." And I think it was Elena or Shabo. And they're like, "Aww." And it was just such a sweet moment. It was also just hilarious because it was just like, Tom had came in and was just like, "Hey guys, can I hang out with you? I'm not going to play the same game. I just want to hang out." It was like, "Yeah." And then Tom got introduced to Wizard. And that was hilarious. That was one of my favorite parts of it was they were playing the emote part of, there was an emote challenge in faking it. And someone was like, "Oh man, they're gonna drop the wizard. The wizard." Because she was like, "Yeah, wizard." And Tom was like, "My VTuber." And everybody was laughing. And it was like, "Tom, did your VTuber cast magic spells?" He's like, "Yeah, I can set myself on fire." And it was so sweet. It was such a sweet game. I think we all ate Chipotle. I know I did. Oh, Chipotle is good. But yeah, no, we all had ended up. Yeah, it was just an amazing stream. And then after that, really, I just love watching my favorite content creators. If I can't watch them live, I like to watch their post streams. After this, I'm gonna go watch Emil's Heart Gold Soul Silver Let's Play, because he's taking on the gym leaders. Let's go! He's taking on the rematches of all 16 gym leaders in Heart Gold Soul Silver, and I'm so excited. Oh, my hand kind of hurts. I'm probably hungry, so I need to eat after this, because I've been up for like a long period of time. People don't know, I've been up since like maybe I went to sleep and then I woke back up, and then, like I said, I wasn't feeling too good. So I decided to go ahead and just start recording and start talking, because it actually has helped me calm down a bit, if anything. I guess because my anxiety was just up. So that's probably what it is. I just have like a bit of anxiety. I've been all over the place because work has made me all over the place. So I guess my body is finally just shaking me real good to like, "Hey, you need to slow it down." So, right, you need to slow it down. I also need to get some water because I haven't drank any liquids outside of like maybe a soda. I actually have no liquids, so I need to give me some liquids, dose up on some liquids, and definitely just water. So get both of my water containers, get water, and get some food in me. Rehydrate and get ready for tomorrow because I have work in the morning. And I haven't unloaded my laundry, so this is gonna be fun. I haven't bathed either. The only thing I've done was brush my teeth. So yeah, and it's like it's almost 4:30 in the afternoon. Jesus, my life is a mess. But as far as it goes for like what I have planned, um, I have my project getting ready, but I haven't really touched up on it except for writing a couple of things down. Um, I am planning on buying some more cards, not for Digimon, for you. No, I think for Digimon, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not sure. Probably both. There's some Fire King cards I'm missing, and apparently now I'm missing some Snake Eye cards too. So I gotta put all those in like the trunk. And then there are some Digimon cards I'm missing, which are of course just the Mirai stuff, and then a couple of things from from AD01 for Imperial Dramon, not Imperial Dramon, because that deck's too expensive. For Red Hybrid, because I want to play Red Hybrid again, and then um, DFG asked Jensen from DFG asked me, hey, you want to come back and play some Digimon? You're more than welcome to. So I might take it up. Like maybe 2 Sundays, I'll come hang out at DFG and play some Digimon. Digimon starts I think at 2. So like give me some stuff to do during the summer. I definitely want to be more active during the summer, and I know my sister says she wants to try to be more active during the summer because last summer we just stayed in and it wasn't even that hot. So like on those days where it's like nice and cool, we'll probably go like, get on the bus, go for a ride, travel around, play Pokemon Go, probably do some stuff like that. If she won't, I'll do it myself. But because all my other friends are really busy. Nando is busy in San Jose because he moved to San Jose a year ago. Him and Josh are doing well. Tana just got a new position. Congratulations, my friend. And his son is now in high school, so definitely dealing with a teenager, which I know is stressful. My nephews are living their best life. They want to play Minecraft with me, so maybe this summer we'll play some Minecraft. My brother just moved into his place, and he's doing well, which I'm happy for him. He did check up on me the other day. He came by. He wanted to see how I was doing, because he came to pick up his copy of Pokemon Violet. He thought he lost. He said he knew it was here, but we didn't know where it was. And then when my mom was cleaning up during spring break, we ended up finding it. So I held it for him. I gave it to him. He was so happy to finally have it. I don't know if he's keeping it or he sold it, but that's his choice to make. I'm just happy that he got his game because he had been looking for it. He never found the patch, the little patch thing he had for it. He said he had something for it, but he said he didn't know where it was. I guess it was some more games he had for his Switch. Sadly, I don't know where they are, and if we do end up finding them, we'll let him know. But I don't know where that patch was. But hopefully he can find it. We did find some custom jewelry he had that my uncle gave him. But he said he didn't want it because it was custom. It wasn't real jewelry, but I thought for the sentimental value he should keep it. But I think he said he had already took pieces from it that he wanted. So it was fine. And then, yeah, that is just pretty much about it. Because the only other things that I really want to do, I don't really have anything big. I just want to play video games for a while. Because I know the next big waves of stuff I'm going to buy are Yu-Gi-Oh cards for Rush Duel so I can stop proxying cards in my deck for Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm waiting for Rise of the Auroras. So the new Harpie Shalito comes out, so that I can have her in the deck and build the deck to focus on Harpie Lady Sisters as a maximum monster in their fusion. And then I don't know if I want to get the Overrush Rare Harpie Lady, the new one that's coming out with the new artwork. It looks like she's going to be like $100, so I'm going to pass on that. But that also depends on how many of her are pulled, but I'm still going to pass on it. Even though if I have one, it'll be perfectly fine. But that's a lot of money I'm already going to have to import. Shiny Shadies. Curse of the Sacred Light. Jess of the Cosmo Queen. Because I heard that card has gone down now since it's at 1. And most people have moved on to some newer cards. Um, I want to get Car Trooper for Rush Duel. I want to get E-Hero Prisma. I'm willing to spend over $150 to get a lot of these cards from Japan over here if I have to. So I can fix up my Rush Duel deck. If need be. Because I did find some because all the people that I'm going to have send it over, they'll send it over. It's just I don't want to go through what I went through last year where I spent over $65 in cards and then end up having to get half of it back in money and then have to go through 4 struggles of getting stuff sent to me because the post office had issues themselves. Which I cannot blame on the post office because we know where we point those fingers to. But there's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I do want to finish up getting. So I want to build Snake Eyes Fire King before the end of the summer. I want to rebuild my Harpie deck for Rush Duel by the end of the summer. I want to do a video for some more by the end of the summer. Because some more 20th anniversary is this month. No, it's in July. Actually, no, I think it's this month. When was Lord of Storm released? I think it was this month in Japan. And we got it in July. So, shout out to Samora, the Bird of Divinity, as Hysteric Party is now officially 20 years old. Yep, Hysteric Party is 20 years old as of this year. Because it was released in the Stretcher deck Lord of the Storm. But it wasn't featured till Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2000. It wasn't Nightmare Troubadour. I know it was in Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2000. No, was it in because Harpie Queen wasn't out yet. So yeah, no, it was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Spirit Callers as that is DLC. It was part of the game because the structure deck was in the game, and it wasn't. Some work was not in 2000, the World Championship 2007 game. It wasn't 2008 though, because I have played World Championship 2008. But I want to do a special video for some work. I have some other stuff I want to do for Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. And then as of late, because I want to finish my spellbooks too. Because I need spellbook Tower. Yeah, spellbook Grand Tower. I need a full set of those. I need to go get those. So there's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I have a list. I need Caius's, Kaikus. Well, thanks to all these reprints, I can easily get some of these too. There's going to be a pile of them. Because Kaiku the Ghost Destroyers. Thanks to the re-release for the stuff for Yusei, Crow, and Akiza, I don't need Black Wings, I don't need Synchrons, and I don't need any Rose Garden stuff, because I have all of that. Although there's a handful of Rose Garden stuff from Dimensions of the Doom, but I'm not really caring about Dodo. About Dude, more precisely. So, yeah. And then, I think that's really about it. I don't have really any major interests outside of just cards for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. And then Tamagotchi Life, July is going to be Digimon Time Strangers. And I'm going to probably get the full pack for the Switch too. And then, I don't know if I want to buy it physically or digitally. I might buy it physically. Just so it'll give me an excuse to go to Best Buy. But then, I might get my vacation money and just spend it on that. I don't think I want to spend it the day of its release. And then, I go back to work that August. And then, yeah. So, and then my birthday, which I don't exactly know what I'm going to do for my birthday this year. I probably just go back to Chipotle, do a whole... you know what I want to do for my birthday? I don't know if more people know this. I want to buy myself a cake. And I want to eat. It's just a plain sheet cake. Or get like a bun cake and just enjoy my birthday like that and some ice cream. I have some ice cream bars in the refrigerator I bought yesterday. They're on like $5.99. I went to Sprouts. I've been going to Sprouts a lot too. Sprouts and Trader Joe's to get food. It's very expensive, yes, but I go there if I don't go to Target. Which yes, I go to Target. I know people are going to judge me. But I have frequently gone back to Pack and Save. My sister and me were at Pack and Save the other day. I didn't get much. honestly and truthfully, because I'm at work. But like, if once the summer gets here, I'm going back to Pakistan. I'm going to go to Pakistan, a little bit Emeryville, Pakistan. I mean, Alameda's Pakistan, because it's less hassle. Or I think there's another Pakistan. Or maybe go to Lucky's. Maybe go to Lucky's. Or go to Albertsons, or whichever one it wants to call itself, and get stuff from there. Because I want to find cheaper alternatives to get my groceries, so I can save money. And getting on one bus is actually a lot better than getting on 4. So, or getting a lift, and it'll be easier to lift me home. But I definitely want to go to an Albertsons, or go to Albertsons and get stuff from there. Because the last time I went to Albertsons, I only spent like $50, but I got a lot of stuff for that $50. I haven't been to a Dollar Tree in a while because me and my sister haven't been going to Dollar Tree. For obvious reasons of why we haven't been to the Dollar Store. Well, the Dollar Tree. Well, not the Dollar Store. We haven't been to a 99 cent store in years because they closed them all. But maybe one day, I'll probably see if she'll let me go. And when I get paid in like 2 weeks, I'll ask her, hey, you want to go to... Just go to... Want to go over to Gilman? And like, I'll lift us home and we can, get us something to eat. And just hang out. Because I haven't hung out with my sister in a while. We did Friday, but I don't want to hang out with my sister without having, like, work to be involved. It's like, hey, let's just get up one day and just go. And just have some fun. And hang out. Because we haven't done that in a while. Me and my older sister haven't done it in a while. I don't know how me and my brother are going to do it because he lives in Antioch, but we'll try. One day we'll try. I have 2 months off. He'll try. He'll probably see this video and be like, hey, when you guys going to, what's the name? Let me know. You have to lift. You just pay me gas money. Which, Jesus Christ, I will pay my brother gas money just so that he has some money in his car. If he ever asks, they say, hey, you guys want to go to the Dollar Store? Or probably Sam's Club. He'll probably take me to Sam's Club. You need to send me money like that from the Sam's Club. Because my sister's trying to get me to go to Sam's Club. I'm probably going to go to Sam's Club. With her one time. Either Sam's Club or Costco. She has Costco membership. I don't know why I've been to Costco. There's like 4 Costcos we can go to. I've been to Costco since we lived in Stockton. So, she has Costco card. I'd get a Costco card, but I can't afford it. So much. Yeah, alright guys. That was a nice trip down multiple memory lanes. If there's anything I can inform you, I will be doing another podcast session before Mother's Day because it's Mother's Day. And then probably maybe the 17th or the 18th because of work. So possibly do, because I also gotta get my mother her Mother's Day gift, which is basically I'm just gonna give her the money, and she can spend it however she wants. And then work for me, my last day of work is the 29th, because that's cleanup day for us. And then we shut down everything, clean up, and then basically just see ya for 2 months. I'm not working this summer. It was an idea, but I was like, I don't want to work this summer. I haven't worked this summer since I started working for my job. I do get payment off the side for the summer, so I'll have those checks, and then I have my vacation check too. So yeah. So alright, that is pretty much it, guys. So I'm telling all of my personal business, but never giving you numbers. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining in for the podcast. I will keep in touch with you guys as soon as possible. And if anything, I'll probably just keep you guys informed. So thank you guys so much for watching. And HPJ signing out. Take care. Bye-bye.